Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." He understood the significance of repetition, and I wholeheartedly agree. Even today, repetition holds immense power. Today, I'll share 7 practical tips on living within your means. If you diligently sow the seeds of these habits and continue practicing them, you will reap endless benefits. Firstly, consider choosing a designated, no-spend day. You can select any day of the week that suits you. Personally, I prefer Sundays as it allows me to rest before the workweek begins. When you think about it, you're essentially spending only 6 days instead of 7. Now, let's take a closer look at the numbers. If your variable expenses amount to around $500 per week or approximately $71 per day, eliminating spending on a whole day can save you $71 per week or $284 per month. That's quite significant. Imagine what you can do with an extra $284 each month, like fulfilling your long-awaited dream of a trip to Europe, all without exceeding your means. Number 2, limit your grocery shopping to once a week. I once knew someone who would visit the grocery store daily. I couldn't help but inquire why they went so frequently. It seemed unnecessary to incur the expenses of gas, spend time traveling, and likely purchase more food than necessary. Their response was that they felt overwhelmed by the hectic nature of their lives and lacked the energy to plan ahead. This revelation prompted me to think about how I could assist them in becoming more organized, so they only needed to shop once a week. Currently, we enjoy convenience, so a great way to start organizing your shopping list is to always keep a piece of paper or a whiteboard on your fridge. This way, you can easily jot down items as soon as you realize you need them. Another option is to utilize online shopping and use the virtual shopping cart as your item list. If you're pressed for time, opting for grocery delivery can often result in lower expenses compared to in-store purchases, as you only buy what you truly need. As a bonus tip, consider batching your errands together. I find this approach helpful as it allows me to avoid daily tasks, freeing up my time and even saving on gas expenses. Number 3, set a financial goal that truly motivates you. It's important not only to have a financial goal but also to choose something that genuinely resonates with you. For instance, a personal goal of mine is to make a lump sum payment of $10,000 toward my house by the end of the year. This goal fills me with enthusiasm, as it's something I genuinely aspire to achieve. Consequently, I'm willing to invest more effort into making it happen compared to a goal that doesn't excite me as much. You likely have a goal of your own that you want to accomplish, such as going on a trip, purchasing a car, paying off your mortgage, or acquiring a valuable item. Whatever ignites your passion and gets your adrenaline flowing is worth turning into a financial goal. Remember, you practice frugal tips to save money on what you don't need, so you can afford what you truly desire and live within your means. Number 4, monitor your expenses. If you don't keep track of your spending, you won't be able to optimize your finances. While it may seem overwhelming to track every expense, it's not as daunting as it appears when you find a system that suits you. Personally, I prefer tracking my spending at the end of each day to ensure I don't forget anything. However, depending on your circumstances, you can choose to do it daily, every other day, or weekly. You may need to experiment with different timeframes and methods, such as using your phone or a notebook, to determine what works best for you. Rest assured, tracking your expenses will undoubtedly assist you in living within your means. Number 5, seek additional sources of income. As the saying goes, there are multiple ways to save money. While I have discussed various methods to reduce expenses, an alternative approach to living within your means is to boost your income. Personally, one game changer for me has been taking up freelance work. Although it requires dedication, it has allowed me to direct all the earnings towards my savings. Freelancing may not be suitable for everyone, but there are numerous other avenues to explore. For instance, if you possess creative talent, you can create and sell designs online. Alternatively, you can pursue your passion by starting a business, such as launching your own hot sauce brand. Additionally, don't hesitate to have a conversation with your boss, as a raise may be possible if you simply ask. There are various opportunities to explore. It's a matter of finding what aligns with your skills and interests. Number 6, establish financial organization. Organizing my finances has been the key to living within my means and saving money. Consider this. How often do you encounter a manager or supervisor who doesn't effectively handle things, resulting in chaos and disarray? The same principle applies to money management. If you don't have a clear understanding of your income, expenses, and where every dollar goes, you won't be able to effectively manage your finances and achieve your goals. The simplest way to bring order to your finances is by implementing a budget. Each month, I create a unique budget that adapts to the changing circumstances. For instance, some months I allocate a larger amount towards debt repayment, while others may allow for a personal purchase I've been longing for. Your budget should be tailored to your own life and priorities. Feel free to share in the comments how implementing a budget has positively impacted your life. Number 7. Choose a suitable home. One recurring challenge I faced when attempting to live within my means was related to my housing situation. The desire to reside in a larger home than necessary led me to spend more money than I could truly afford. Over time, I came to the realization that downsizing was necessary as it became increasingly difficult to sustain with my current income. Being realistic with oneself, understanding what you can afford, and ensuring that your chosen or existing home aligns with your lifestyle are crucial factors that impact your ability to live below your means. Evaluate the cost of your home and calculate the percentage of your income dedicated to it. As a general guideline, your home expenses should not exceed 32% of your income. Number 8. Avoid comparing yourself to others. One of the most challenging aspects in today's social media-driven society is witnessing others flaunting their wealth. I know I'm not alone in feeling inadequate when comparing myself to those who seemingly possess everything they could ever desire. Gradually, you may find yourself longing for a new car, more extravagant clothing, or even indulging in pricey coffee just to portray a certain image. However, falling into this trap diverts you further away from living within your means. Trust me, I've fallen into it myself on a few occasions. The only way to navigate this issue is to either unfollow such accounts or limit your exposure to social media altogether. This allows you to redirect your focus entirely on your own situation. Remember, you are in control of the life you lead, and while you can attain the things you desire, it must be done within the context of your unique financial circumstances. Number 9. Never spend more than you earn. While this tip may seem obvious and repetitive, it cannot be emphasized enough. Remember, you reap what you sow, and there's nothing wrong with continually reinforcing the notion of never exceeding your income. The principle is simple. Ensure that your expenses are always lower than your earnings, allowing you to consistently have a surplus of money at the end of each month. And where should that surplus go? Into savings, of course. Before I share the final tip, make sure to follow all the advice in this video to start living below your means today. If you want to learn more, subscribe to Investors Weekly, where you'll find a wealth of videos to help you achieve financial independence. Number 10. Establish an emergency fund. The turning point for me in creating an emergency fund came when I experienced a health scare and realized that I could have been burdened with substantial debt. I started contemplating the various things that could go wrong and potentially disrupt the life I currently lead due to financial obligations. Initially, I believed it would be impossible to build an emergency fund. However, thanks to the steps outlined prior to this one, I managed to establish one. Now that I have an emergency fund, I find it much easier to sleep at night and live with peace of mind. I know that no matter what unforeseen circumstances arise, I will at least be financially secure for a certain period. It is generally recommended to have 3 to 6 months worth of income in your emergency fund, providing you with a safety net to sustain yourself during unexpected situations. Personally, I prefer to have 6 months worth, as it provides me with a more significant level of comfort. However, the decision ultimately depends on your own preferences and circumstances. If you believe that building an emergency fund is a valuable idea, please show your support by liking this video.